Hi, I'm Kate Melcher, Executive Director of Fisher House, Michigan, and I am delighted that we were finally here after 6 years to celebrate a construction milestone. We broke ground on this house, and Fisher House Foundation has been building earnestly since October, but we're actually going to have the community place the final beam on top of the entryway so that every family coming into this Fisher House will feel the love of the Detroit community.
In December of 2013, my father had a medical crisis. That began a 6-day stay at the Fisher House in Landstuhl. My dad was a 35-year Marine and Navy veteran, and the Fisher House was a life-changing experience for us in a really dark time. Fisher House gives the community an opportunity to recognize their efforts and the efforts of their brothers and sisters who gave so much.
What was your father's name?
Victor Palmucci.
Sometimes they write their own name. Sometimes they remember someone that they lost in the service. Whatever it is, every veteran and their family should feel the love of the community around them.
Well, they have this motto in the Air Force, no airman left behind. And sometimes veterans feel that they're left behind if they don't feel that people reach out or show the love or show them that they care. But the Fisher House is what shows you that they care. They put something here to let the veterans know, or whoever in this neighborhood, that they do love them and they care. And they have a facility here that shares love and want the families to come together and know that they are loved here in this neighborhood.
You bond during hard times, and it becomes, for those families, just an alliance, and they support each other. That's the brick and mortar of this house, those families that rely on each other. And one of the most underestimated things, people think it's about lodging. No, it's about people being together. Our motto when we talk about Fisher Houses is that a family's love is good medicine. It makes perfect sense.
So this Fisher House can house up to 16 families on any given night, and that means 16 veterans who are hospitalized will have their family members and caregivers here by their side. It means a commitment to the families that walk through that door.
Fisher House puts words into action and practice, and today's ceremony shows the embodiment that Detroit says thank you for your service to both veterans and their families.
The mission of the Fisher House Foundation aligns with Delta's charge to support the communities in which we live, work, and serve. And Delta honors our armed service members because they embody servant leadership along with resiliency and community.
We know that the best medicine for any patient is to have their families there.
I was visiting the first house in Houston, and as I came through and met the guests, there was a young veteran. He explained that he lived several hours away from the big city and that he had been told he had cancer, that he'd have to come and receive treatment for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Well, he knew he couldn't afford to bring his wife and be there for 6 to 8 weeks. And he also knew he wasn't going to come without her. So he had made the decision he was just going to accept what time he had left. Then he learned there was a Fisher House, and he could bring his wife and have a place to stay. And so it changed his future. It changed the outcome. That morning he had been to see his physician and was told he was in remission and could go home. And that's the difference a Fisher House can make.
Why is it important? Because it's a hard thing to define. It's important because they offered one thing they've got for everybody. Take my life if you need it. I will go and I will fight for you. If they take my life, I've done what I signed up for. That's what I'm here for. Okay, if I make it through here and I need help afterwards, you've helped me in return. So what does it mean to you? How can you define something like that? It's emotional.
Art, I love having your help so much to build this Fisher House. because it's a physical thank you.
Yeah.
It's not just saying thank
Yeah.
you for your service. It's
Yeah.
a physical manifestation and a way to love on our veterans and their families.
Right.
So when I think Art Fishman, I think thanks for supporting the Fisher House.
Thank you, dear. Love you, Kate.
Love you too.
Okay.